Hey everyone, this is Ellie from My Modern Mantra, and today I want to talk to you a little bit about why I'm here. So if you haven't already followed me for a while on Instagram or seen a few of my earlier YouTube videos, maybe you don't really know what My Modern Mantra is or why that name came to me. Some of the things I want to talk about on this channel, of course, spirituality in a broad sense, specifically yoga, my journey with meditation, things like journaling, my health. I'll definitely talk a little bit about my vegan journey. I'll also talk a lot about things that I struggle with, like anxiety or just grappling with finding a community or connecting with others, love and relationships, cats, defining my own beliefs. I won't be talking about religion or specific religions, although I might cite them, even a light use of the word God, because I know that that's a very polarizing term for some people. I just want to take you through my day-to-day and share my journey and experiences with you, and hopefully you can relate to that. So if you're interested in everything I've said, please subscribe and follow along. I would love to have you on this journey with me. It makes it so much better to have people to connect with and engage with on this platform. So what is My Modern Mantra? For me, this is a platform to share my own experiences as I kind of traverse through my own spiritual journey. And I want to take you along with me because I am still learning. I have a lot to learn, and I think this is something that really helps to have a community around. To go through this alone is one thing. There's a lot of diving deep into your own spirituality and forming your own beliefs and practices, but having a community to be able to talk about these ideas and just be really raw and open is something that I don't see everywhere. I see in the yoga community a lot this forming, but at the same time, I've been to studios and I've seen some aspects of yoga that, people walk into a class, they take the class and they leave. And while it's great for that convenience factor, it kind of lacks the beautiful community that yoga really can create. And I have experienced that too. I would say more so I've experienced that abundant community than I've experienced the other thing I mentioned, but it's really important to be able to find that for yourself, whether it's yoga or some other kind of spiritual practice. I really believe that that's what keeps us going. I want to try to apply principles that will work for people on a spiritual level, but in a modern world where I think a lot of our society encourages us to be really rigid and to sweep a lot of these things under the rug most of the time. And that's a shame. I see a lot of people kind of struggling to find their place. And spoiler alert, I am too. I'm working through this journey, and that's a beautiful thing, but of course there are bumps in the road. There's so much to be learned and to be gained at this time in my life, as well as recognizing that I have a lot of room to grow, and that's a really important thing for me. I feel like I'm absolutely just flailing through life if I don't stick to some sort of spiritual practice, and for me that has manifested itself in yoga, of course, but meditation and other practices that I would say are pretty spiritual for me, like journaling or just having community and interacting with community, and even health, which has become a really spiritually connected thing in my own life. I feel like a student of this life, and that's really what I want to portray. And it's not always about the end goal, and for me it's definitely not about the beautiful yoga poses or just reaching like absolute spiritual connection and just perfection. That's really not something that I'm looking to achieve at the moment. I think that life is really just a process of getting closer and closer to some spiritual connection of some sort. And of course I haven't figured that out yet, and that's the point, So the name, My Modern Mantra, where did this come from and what is its significance? What is my actual mantra? Thinking about it, I boiled it down to just two major things for me. The first being the idea of mantra in itself, something that we repeat and live by on a consistent basis. And I really like how that reflects a regular spiritual practice. And while I currently resonate with a single mantra over the past couple of months, I've really stuck to this idea of just guide me, like letting go and allowing something to lead me down my path. I stick to that now, But the beautiful thing about mantra for me personally is I think it changes as we change and grow. Even if it's every week different, or every month, or even every day. So my second big tenet for why My Modern Mantra exists is, well, I'm personally fascinated with yogic tradition and philosophy. I don't see that everyone resonates to that, and in fact I think some people are turned off by yoga just because of that deep, complex, ancient stuff, that baggage that comes along with diving into a yoga practice. I really think that there's a way to stick your toes into a yoga practice or a spiritual practice in general without being bogged down if you don't relate to that really complex tradition. How do we modernize them? How do we bring them to our day-to-day in 2018 and beyond? There's just still so much to be gained from a yoga practice, Sanskrit or no Sanskrit. And even me, I still don't know all the Sanskrit. I'm still trying to learn and memorize that. Even if you never do, I just don't think that that's here and now in this day and age. That's not what you have to connect to in order to find the peace and serenity that comes along with a spiritual practice. If you're into spirituality and want to hear more about yoga, meditation, and spiritual practices within that realm in a modern setting, you're gonna love this channel, and you're gonna love the content that I'm really excited to provide to you. So feel free to subscribe. I'd love to have you along for this journey. All this being said, I truly believe that My Modern Mantra is going to be an amazing outlet for me to share my experiences, but also a platform for us to collaborate and form a community around these beautiful practices. And I'm just so excited to have you along on this journey with me.